All right, David Hanley here from the University of Maine Cooperative Extension. It's berry season in Maine, but when in Maine you need to specify because the blueberry gets all the credit. Strawberries shouldn't be overlooked though.
No, strawberries start the berry season off and gets us excited about berries for the whole summer.
Yeah, and how did the strawberry get its name? My producer says there's a great story here.
Well, there's 3 stories. It's actually kind of a mystery because it's thought that when strawberries first started being marketed over in Europe, they were sold in baskets of straw, and so people started associating the 2 things. Another theory is that they actually wound the berries around little twigs of straw and sold them that way as a braid.
Oh, interesting.
And then finally, another theory is that because the berries are kind of out from the plant itself, they were called strewn berries, and that eventually developed into strawberry.
Yeah. So it could be one of the 3.
Yep, pick your choice.
pick your choice. Whichever one you like the best. How hard is it for the home gardener to kind of develop their own strawberry patch? Is it difficult?
A home gardener who's accustomed to growing vegetables and flowers shouldn't have any problem at all with strawberries. It's just a little bit different in that you're thinking about a perennial crop. So you want this plant to be going for 3 to 5 years as opposed to an annual crop where put it in, forget about it at the end of the year and start over.
Okay, well, we have a really good strawberry patch right behind us. Why don't we go dig into it and see what we got?
Sounds good.
Okay.
So this bed that we're in here is picking for its first year, and that means it was planted last year. And it will keep going for probably 3 or 4 more harvest seasons. Now, typically what happens is that a grower will plant his plants in the springtime, the first year. So he put those beds in the ground in nice rows like you see here. But the flowers that come out that first year, we pinch them off because we're trying to get the plant to establish a big, thick group of plants with runners. These daughter plants that come out and root in between those originally planted crowns and form us a nice thick bed that'll give us a good crop the following year. Now, after that first harvest, they'll actually go through, and this is going to happen here in just a couple of weeks. He'll go through here and mow these leaves off. He'll narrow up the rows because he doesn't want the beds to get too thick, and he'll put fertilizer down. This is the time we put our fertilizer down at the end of the harvest season. Then he'll protect them in the winter with some straw, and hopefully we'll have a good crop next year.
How many years can you get fruit from?
Plant the first year, and hopefully we're going to harvest for 3 or 4 years after that, and then the bed gets older and it starts to get run down. It's time to start a new bed.
Oh, interesting.
Critical thing to remember there is when you start your new strawberry bed, start it someplace else. Never follow strawberries with strawberries because the life of the bed gets shorter and shorter because the soil gets tired of having strawberries in it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get to the fruit part, which is the part that everyone's really waiting for. Let's go taste some of this stuff and see what we got.
Good deal.
All right, folks, look at that beauty. David, this is why we really came.
Yeah, but interestingly, a strawberry actually isn't a berry anatomically.
Come on.
No, see these individual seeds on here? Those are the true fruit of the strawberry plant.
Huh.
This is what we call an aggregate, where all these fruit huddle together, and then there's this fleshy piece of plant tissue that comes up to protect them, and that's the delicious part that we eat, we call a strawberry.
Yeah, it sure is delicious. Pests, insects, disease, do we have to worry about that with the strawberry?
Well, yes, of course, but fortunately with strawberries, it's not a huge pest complex that we have to worry about, but there are a few things that concern us, especially during the bloom period. When strawberries are in flower, there's a couple of insects, one that will chew the buds right off so you don't get a good crop. Then there's another one that attacks the flowers. Have you ever picked a strawberry that has a really seedy end or cat facing? This is called tarnished plant bug, and growers do have to control it when it gets bad. But other than that, we typically don't have too much trouble.
At the end of the season, winters in Maine can be harsh. How does the strawberry handle winters here?
Well, interestingly, strawberries aren't that hardy a plant.
Wow.
The reason they survive our winter so well is because they're very low growing, and they typically get covered up by snow. And snow is an excellent insulator and will protect the plant.
Sure is.
But it's not very dependable.
Right. So it's been a problem lately.
Right. Yeah. So you have to hedge your bets. And the way growers do that is to put a thick coating of straw on the plants after they've gone dormant in the fall. And usually this is between Thanksgiving and Christmas time. But you want to make sure the plants are dormant. You don't want to get ahead of yourself and put the mulch on too early, because fall is when strawberries form their flower buds for next spring. So if you put the mulch on too early, you stop that process and you'll actually reduce your yield for the next year.
We're picking strawberries today, right?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Is it tasty?
Yeah.
Okay, we picked the most special strawberry. We each have one, right? All right, you ready to give it the old taste test?
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's eat away. Cheers. Here we go. Oh, wow. What do you guys think?
Juicy.
Juicy? Mm-hmm. Very juicy. Is it flavorful? Is strawberry your favorite fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah? At least it is right now, right? Yes. Well, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your summer. And we'll see you next time. Keep your growing going on Gardening with Gutner. Bye. Wave bye, guys.
Bye.